Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, I will quickly share my screen. Let me know my screen is visible. So hope everyone able to see my screen.
Yeah.
Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, welcoming all to the demo class of TOSCA with SAP Automation course. Okay, let me quickly go through what is the agenda for today's session. First, I'm giving the heads up about what is TOSCA and what is the current demand, what is the current salary in India. So these type of basic things we are going to discuss in the first session. Then once it is completed, I will go through the syllabus, what exactly we are going to cover in this course. The third part will be, I will be covering small demo, how to automate an SAP application using the TOSCA. Okay. Then we'll be having a Q&A session. That is the last one. So if you have any queries in the meantime, please make a note. We'll be addressing all the queries in the end of the session. Okay. Fine. So I'll be starting with the prerequisite. Maybe we have a vast crowd of more than around 30 people. So everyone is from different background, different experience, different skill set. So when it comes to TOSCA with SAP, there is no prerequisite is required. When it comes to when I say prerequisite, like this is a automation course using TOSCA, and we are going to automate application called SAP. So there is no prerequisite, means you no need to have experience in automation or no need of experience in SAP. It's if you're completely new for the SAP, also for the new for the automation, you can easily learn. There is no much prerequisite is required to automate the TOSCA using SAP. Okay, so now I will give some heads up what is the current demand in the TOSCA. So I captured, like in the today's morning, I just captured this screen from the Naukri. You can cross check in your Naukri as well. So I just filtered with the TOSCA in the Indian location. So here you can say I just filtered with the 30 days. Last 30 days, you can see we are towards the year end. Okay, you might aware about how the IT system will work. Towards the year end, you can't see the much recruitment openings in the towards the year end. But when it comes to TOSCA, it's a completely different scenario. We'll be having around 300 plus jobs posted in the last 3 to 4 weeks. This is the current demand in the market. Okay, so let me go through what is the salary expectation we can expect. Like this is the overall experience I marked here. I captured from the Ambition Box and Glassdoor. Okay, this is a I captured with the 3 to 4 years of experience. You can have a mid-level salary of 10 to 13 LPA. But it depends how your entry performance, how the prior experience will be. Also, you can see in the Glassdoor, it is a 5 to 11, but it's completely how much you have experience in the TOSCA, also how much you have experience in what is your overall experience. So it depends upon the two factors, what is the relevant and what is the overall. Okay, fine. Now, I will go through the syllabus content, exactly what we are going to discuss in the entire course. Okay. Hope you can see this PDF, right? Anyone confirm?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. So, thanks for the confirmation in the chat as well. Okay, so this entire course will have the duration of 30 years. Okay. When it comes to 30 years, it's flexible. It might increase plus or minus 3 to 4 hours because how the students are grasping the concepts. Okay, we'll be focusing each and every individual. So each and every individual will have a different level of understanding, different level of hands-on, and performing different level of hands-on experience they have. So it will be flexible, but it at least take 30 years to complete. Okay, I will be divided this entire automation syllabus into around 10 modules. I will debug each and every modules what exactly we are going to discuss. Okay. So as I mentioned, there is no prerequisite required. If you are completely new for the TOSCA, you are completely new for the SAP, that is not at all problem because we are going to cover both the things in the entire syllabus. In the first module, as I mentioned, we are going to discuss here two applications. One is TOSCA, that is automation application. One is SAP, that is the ERP. So as I mentioned, there is no prerequisite, right? If you are completely new for the SAP, so it's our responsibility as a responsibility to give you the overview about the what is SAP and all, and how the SAP will work, and how we are going to automate this SAP application in the real time. So in the first module, I will give you an overview about what is enterprise resource planning, that is ERP. So we have a lot of ERP in the market like SAP, Oracle, Salesforce. So why specifically SAP? So these type of comparisons we are going to discuss in the first module, and what are the different models are available in the SAP, what specifically we are going to discuss in the syllabus. So this entire thing we are going to discuss in the first module. Next, when it comes to second module, we are in this particular, as I mentioned, in SAP we'll be having different modules like FI, CO, MM, SD, and technical models, Ariba. So lots of modules are available in the SAP. Particularly in this course, we are going to discuss sales and distribution and some part of MM as well. So we are going to discuss mostly on the sales and distribution and SAP MM. So in the second module, I will be discussing how the SAP interface will looks like, what is SAP GUI, what is the history of SAP GUI, this basic stuff we are going to discuss, and what is business cycle. Like if you are taking any modules in SAP, we are going to discuss what is the end-to-end cycle and how the cycle will start, how the cycle will end, what is the overall aspect of SAP when it comes to the particular module. These type of things we are going to discuss in the second module. Also, what are the important T codes like transaction code? That is a technical term. Maybe if you have someone from the SAP background, they can understand. But if you are completely new for the SAP, no worries. I'm going to debug everything in our upcoming sessions, like what is transaction code, how to drive the SAP using the transaction codes, and what are the SAP tables are available, how to interact the SAP table with the TOSCA. So in this second module, mostly we are going to discuss about the SAP application and what is the technical aspects of SAP. We are going to take one module called SAP SD, sales and distribution. In other terms, they will call it order to cash cycle. So we are going to discuss in depth about the SAP. Okay, that's we are going to cover in the second module. So in the third module only, I'm going to introduce you the TOSCA. Before introducing you to the TOSCA, I'll be discussing about the SAP. Okay, once you got the SAP knowledge, then only we are going to discuss about the TOSCA. In the TOSCA, like how to perform the installation, how to configure the workspace, how to get the license, how to activate the license. This basic stuff we are going to discuss, and what are the core features and architecture behind the TOSCA. So as some might aware that TOSCA is a codeless tool. There is no coding knowledge is required. So it is a no-code tool. Anyone, even if someone have a fair rate, I'm not aware about the coding. Coding is very difficult and complex and all. So this is a best tool to automate and one of the trending tool and a high demand tool in the market. So TOSCA is a codeless tool. So if it is not codeless, if it is codeless, then how we are going to automate that one? So what is the architecture behind that? So it is following a model-based testing. So we are going to discuss what is model-based testing, what are the core features of TOSCA, and what are the principles following. So these type of things we are going to discuss in the module 3. Along with this, how to install the SAP application, how to configure the SAP application, how to configure the connections, and what is the system under test. So these type of fundamental thing we are going to discuss in the third part. So in the fourth part, and like installation workspace setup for both the SAP and TOSCA. Okay. So in the fifth module, we are going to discuss how to scan, how to create a test case using the TOSCA, how to start the automating the SAP application. So these things we are going to discuss in technically. When it comes to TOSCA, we have XScan. So using the XScan only, we'll be starting the test case. So what is XScan? What is the modules and what is the grid views? So these type of things we are going to discuss in the fifth module. So in the sixth module, we are going to discuss how to develop the test case. We already discussed what is TOSCA, what is SAP, how to automate the SAP using TOSCA. This type of fundamental things we discussed. So in the 6th module, we are going to discuss how to create a test case. Like when specifically SAP test case, how to create the test case, how to implement the best practices in the test case, how to start. So these type of fundamental things we are going to discuss in the 6th chapter. Along with this, what is reusable modules and reusable test cases, what is the text structure need to be followed, what is parent-child relationship in the test case. So these type of technical things, both in SAP and in the TOSCA, we are going to discuss in the 6th module. So while completing the 6th module, you will get to know how to create a test case. So once the test case is created, like we created a test case. So what is the next thing? We need to execute the test case, right? So there might be the 3 possibilities. One is pass, either the test case will pass or fail, or it will throw an error. So if it is pass, there is no issues. We can go jump to the next case and we can automate. But if it is failed or throws an error, how to debug that one? So what is the debugging techniques available in the TOSCA? So what are the major issues and errors we can came across the TOSCA? So these type of things we are going to discuss in the 7th module. Okay. So in the 8th module and in the 8th and 9th module, we are going to discuss about the SAP advanced techniques. Like advanced technique means how to handle the SAP tables, how to handle the grid views in the SAP tables, and what is SAP toolbar, what is SAP menu bar, what is SAP status bar. So how we can automate these type of menus in the SAP using TOSCA. So how to steer a table, what is the difference between the hash and dollar. So these type of things we are going to discuss in the 8th module. Also, how to handle the dynamic text or dynamic expressions. For example, I will give us one real-time example. When we are ordering a product in Amazon, okay, once you are ordering the product, after checkout, after doing the payment, the order number will get generated, right? So that order number is the runtime data. So once you are performing the action only, once you are performing the once you're adding the product and checking out only, that order number will get created. So how to fix these type of dynamic details? So how to handle this one? So we are going to discuss in depth in the 8th chapter. Okay. In the 9th chapter, we are going to especially comes to TOSCA using SAP, like so how to handle the pop-ups and navigations. So that is very important thing, because when SAP will be receiving a lot of pop-ups. Some are mandatory pop-ups, some are optional pop-ups, some are intermittent pop-ups. So how to handle these different pop-ups in SAP effectively using TOSCA. Okay, that we are going to discuss in the 9th module. Okay. The 10th module, we are going to discuss what is library and reusability. So you may aware that the recent few years, the demand has increased a lot for TOSCA. One of the main reason is reusability and less maintenance in TOSCA, because TOSCA is one of the paid tool. Also, it's an expensive tool in the market. When it comes to automation market, one of the expensive tool. But most of the MNCs and mid-level companies are pushing their automation towards the TOSCA tool. You might aware about Java, Selenium, and Playwright. So these are open source. Anyone can use. There is no license required. But even if it's a paid tool, TOSCA is a paid tool, TOSCA is a licensed tool, expensive tool. What is the preference we are going? What is the main thing attracting the companies to use the TOSCA? So the main thing is reusability and its core functionalities. So we are going to in-depth discuss about how to achieve the reusability, what is business parameter, how to implement the business parameter effectively, how to implement the conditions in reusable test blocks. So we are going to discuss in-depth in this 10th module about the libraries and reusabilities. So in the 11th module, we are going to discuss test case design. So test case design using the test sheet. So when it comes to SAP, we need to maintain lots of data. For creating any order, we need to maintain lots and lots of data. So how to maintain the data? And when it comes to, like, for example, I will take an Amazon as another example. So I'm going to order an iPhone. Okay, so same process. I need to add the iPhone to the cart, and I need to check out. I need to do a payment. Once the payment is done, I need to check the successful say that order is successfully placed. If I need to place an iPad, the only thing that product is changing. The payment method, address, everything going to be same. So in this two scenario, only the iPhone and iPad, this two is only changing. So why I need to create the entire test case from scratch? So I need to change the product name alone, right? So these type of nuances we are going to achieve in the TCD, that is called test case design, that we are going to achieve by creating a test sheet. So in the test sheet is one of the advanced concept in the TOSCA. So after creating a test sheet, as mentioned, the reusability, right, in the test cases. Same ways, we have the reusability in the test sheet as well. That is called classes. So how to create a classes. Also, TOSCA, using TOSCA, we can achieve the data-driven testing. So what is data-driven testing? So these type of nuances we are going to discuss in the 11th module. So in the 12th module, we are going to, in this entire course, we are going to automate SAP application, as well as we are going to discuss how to automate the Excel sheets. So how to do Excel manipulations, and for example, like if you have any static Excel in your machine, okay, so we can fetch the data from the Excel. Whatever the data is present inside the Excel, we can fetch that. For sometimes we need to download the Excel from the website. Once the Excel is get downloaded, we need to fetch the data from the Excel, but we are not sure how many rows and how many columns are not present in the Excel. So how to handle these type of scenarios, how to implement the repetition, because like for example, for one time it has 5 rows, another time it has 50 rows, another time 100 rows. So we need to use the implementation repetition concept to fetch all the data from the Excel. So these type of advanced things we are going to discuss in this 12th chapter. So in the 13th chapter, we are going to discuss about the looping concepts. So someone from the programming background, they might have a while loop, do while loop, if-else statements. So these things we can implement in the TOSCA as well. How to implement these if-else statement, while loops and do while loops effectively in the TOSCA, that we are going to discuss in the module 13. Okay. And module 14, this is one interesting topic in TOSCA called recovery and cleanup scenario. So recovery scenario means like if generally if you are automating any application, if it is failed, that is failed. But in TOSCA, we are giving a second leave to the test cases. So that is called recovery. So how to implement the recovery and cleanup scenarios, we are going to discuss in the 14th module. So, and the 15th, along with the 14th module, I'll be covering the synchronization, how to achieve the synchronization using the TOSCA. So synchronization means I'll give a small example. For example, if the let's take Amazon website, when it comes to big billion days or some special days, you can feel some slowness in the application. Okay, if you are opening in the normal days, that application will behave very fast. So it depends. It depends upon various factors. Sometimes network bandwidth also will impact the speed of any application. So using this, but to achieve this one, we'll be having synchronization in TOSCA. So what is the speed of application? Based on that, the script should work. So these type of achievements we are going to do in the TOSCA. So how to achieve the synchronization between application and TOSCA, we are going to discuss in the 14th module. So in the 15th, I will giving a certification guidance for AS1 and AS2, okay, and SAP certifications using TOSCA. Okay, and towards once we are completing 70 to 80% of syllabus, I will be allocating one real-time project for each and every one. So that will cover all the topics we learned in the class, right? That project will cover all the things. So you can have a better confidence once you complete the project. You have a better confidence how to automate an SAP application, how to implement the advanced concepts in the SAP applications. So I'm going to review each and everyone's project towards the end of the course. Okay. So this is the entire thing about the syllabus. So I'm going to jump to the small demo. Once the demo is completed, we'll having a Q&A. If you have any queries, make a note. I will be addressing in the after completing the demo. Okay. Is everyone able to see the TOSCA, right? This is a TOSCA application.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. So this is the TOSCA application. So this is the SAP application. Now, so this is a SAP application. I'm going to first I'm going to do one small demo. Okay, first I will explain you what manually we are going to perform. That manual flow we are going to automate. Once this is logged in, I'm just going to create one order. So to go to the order page, I just need to enter the T code. This is called as a transaction code. Okay, this is in short form, they will call as T code. So I need to enter VA01. And then I need to click on this enter. So once I click on this enter, this order type page will appear. So I need to enter the required fields. So I need to enter the order type, sales organization, distribution channel, division. Once I enter the details, I need to click on this enter button, this one. So once I click on the enter button, I need to view the sold to party. I'm giving the sold to party and PO number. So this small flow, okay, this small flow we are going to automate using the TOSCA. Okay. First, this is my home page, right? So this is the home page. First, I need to go to that order, create sales order page. For that, I need to enter this VA01. So how to automate this will go step by step. First thing is, I am going to the demo. This is a test case section. Okay, this is the model section in TOSCA. This contains the technical properties of any application. What are the applications we are trying to automate, right? It contains the technical properties, this model section. In the test case section only, we'll be creating the test cases and we are developing. And then in the execution section, we'll be executing the test case and we are extracting the reports. So I mentioned TCD, right? This is where we will be storing the data and we are creating the test sheets. Okay. We are going to discuss in depth in our regular classes. So I'm giving the heads up about each and every components in the TOSCA. Okay. First I need to create a test case. So right click. Here you can see the test case icon, right? This is a test case. So I'm clicking on this test case. I'm naming this as open sales order. So I'm naming this as a test case. So defaultly the work state will be planned. I'm changing this planned to in work because I'm going to start working on this test case. So this one. For the first step, I need to enter this VA01, right, in this place. So for that one, no need to scan anything, no need to create anything. In TOSCA, we have a default modules, like they will call us standard modules. So in TOSCA, we have a lot more features like no need to start everything from the scratch for whatever the application, SAP or any web-based applications. No need to start everything from scratch. We have a default functions like, for example, to open any link in a browser, we have a default. We have a model that is already available. No need to scan it, no need to create everything from scratch. Likewise, for SAP, we have some predefined modules. Okay, so here you can see, right? Once I open this engine, you have SAP engine. So in this SAP engine, we have a lot of modules are available. So in this module, I'm going to take this toolbar. Okay, so I am dragging this toolbar and dropping in the top of open sales order. So this is how we need to create a test case, just dragging and dropping. So in this transaction code and buttons. So in this page is this particular position is the SAP toolbar. This is the SAP toolbar. So whatever action you need to perform in this particular toolbar, everything is available in this module. Okay, no need to create from the scratch. But my requirement is to type this value and then I need to click on this enter, right? So I'm giving the transaction code /n VA01. Okay, button. So see, everything is available in the drop down. So I need to click on enter, right? So I'm selecting the enter from the drop down. So this will enter the transaction code and then it will enter it will click on the enter button. So that is completed. So what is my next step? Once it is entered, I need to click on this enter button. So I need to give the values. These values I need to give, right? This is not will be available in the TOSCA. Okay, we need to create on our own. So how to do that? So I'm coming to the module section. So right click, I'm going to scan that particular page. So I'm clicking on the scan and clicking on this application. So before that, let me empty this value. So I'm in the scan, I'm clicking on the application because I'm going to scan in the application. So the scan application will open all the application opened in my machine. So I'm going to select which application I'm going to scan. So I'm going to scan the SAP. So I'm going to click on this one. So I'm going to click on the scan. So now the scan, this particular window is called as an scan window. This window scanned this entire page. So I'm going to select whatever I need because we have create with reference, sales, overview, everything we have. But I'm going to select whatever I required for my test case. So I'm clicking on this condensed. So I can freely select whatever this text box I need, this text box I need, this text box I need, then this text box I need, this text box I need. So I'm selected all the things I required for the test case. So I selected everything. So I'm clicking on the advanced and I am renaming this title for better understanding. This is the organization data. So that's all. So see, whatever I have selected, right? This order type, this text box is added over here. Organization added, distribution channel added, division added, sales office, sales group, everything is added. So if you want to cross check whether I have selected the proper or not, you can click on the element and you can highlight the selection. If you highlight the selection, so whatever you have selected, it will highlight. See, it's highlighting everything. So I'm unchecking this one and I'm saving this one and I'm closing this. So this is done. Now see, what are the name I gave, right? The same name. Sales order, initial skill, org data. So whatever this is the module section. So it contains the technical property of the particular skill. So this one I need. So I'm dragging this one and dropping here. So here I need to enter the organization data, organization type. This OR. This one is 1,000. What is the distribution channel? 02. Distribution MP 00. This 02. This 00. So I gave the data. So this is done. So once this is done, once I gave this data, I need to click on this enter. So how to click on this enter? This toolbar is already available in my machine, right? So I'm going to reuse that one. So I'm coming back here. Here, the SAP, this toolbar is already there. So I'm dragging this one and dropping over here. Then, so I'm renaming this test step for better understanding. So this is enter the org data. So in here, I need to click on enter. How to do that? So I have a drop down. So I will select enter. So this after entering this data, then enter button will get clicked. Okay. So now once the enter button is clicked, I need to enter the sold to party, ship to party, and then PO number. This is a basic thing. So how to do it? This one we need to scan it. Okay. So again, I'm going to the module. Right click and going to scan. This is application. Selecting the application. What's the application selected? So I'm going to scan this page. I'm going to click on scan. So I'm going to the condensed view. So I need this sold to party, ship to party, PO. See, this 3 get added over here. So I'm going to rename this one. This overview page. This is Jmeter. Now I'm saving this one. And I am going to close this. See, this is get added over here. So I'm dragging this one, dropping in the test case. So it is in. Now details. This one is the PO number. Okay, fine. Now this is a small flow I have automated. Okay. Now we'll try to run whether this whatever we have automated, right, that is working fine or not. Okay, I'm going to the initial screen. Now I'm going to run this one. So this is completed. So make this is completed. So now this right click, I'm going to run this. So see, within the whatever we have automated, right, everything is completed. Okay, so let me run it again. So because the TOSCA will run the SAP script very fastly, you can see it again, how the TOSCA will run the entering the details. Okay, just first it will enter the P code over here and then click on enter. Then it will enter the sales organization data. Then it will enter the ship to party and sold to party details. So I'm going to run this one. So, right here, I'm going to run this now. So this is how we are going to automate the SAP applications using the TOSCA. Okay, so this is how simple you will you to automate the any applications using the TOSCA. Okay, there is no coding involved. There is no prerequisites to be involved for learning the SAP and the TOSCA. Okay, so okay, I will address the questions one by one. Maybe you can raise your hands. Based on that, I can take the questions one by one. You can ask any general questions or any related to TOSCA questions, everything. Okay.
Yeah.
If
I'm preparing it.
Okay.
At least
Fine.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So yeah, yes, Akila, you can go ahead. Sorry, before that, you can see just give me. Okay, Sai, you can go ahead.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
On which module we will cover this end-to-end scenarios? Because
SAP SD.
whatever you told the SAP SD, yeah, but whatever you covered this test, because this is we have available in YouTube also. This create sales order and outbound deliveries. This is may not work real time, right?
This is a
Because
real-time
we need to
scenario,
cover it.
but when it comes to SD, this is the first module. That is the reason it is available. But this is a simple flow. But we are going to discuss a lot of flows in the SAP SD.
Okay, how many test cases, standard test cases we will cover till end scenario?
Sorry, could you please come again?
Hello.
Yeah.
How many standard test cases will cover till end scenario? From
It's
starting
not
to
about
end.
the count, Sai. Okay, whatever is available in the SAP SD, we are going to cover. Maybe around 8 to 9 big flows we are going to cover in this one. So creating sales order is one small part. Okay, creating outbound delivery is a small part. Okay, that is maybe when it comes to entire cycle.
Okay.
SAP SD is the creating sales order outbound is very small part in SAP SD. But we are going to, that is not an end-to-end flow. Creating a sales order and creating outbound is not an end-to-end. That is in the end-to-end, this is a small flow. But we are going to cover end-to-end, around the 8 to 9 end-to-end scenarios, we are going to cover the SAP SD.
Okay. Does it cover enterprise structure also?
Yes, yes.
Okay, got it. And the integration of this DEX and QTest will cover in this with the SAP.
Integration we are not covering here. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, we are not covering the integration in this part. Okay, I'll be taking. Yeah.
It doesn't include DEX and QTest, right?
DEX I'm covering. How to, what is the architecture behind the
sorry,
DEX.
I lost you.
You able to hear me now? Hello?
Now I can.
Yeah. DEX
Yes,
part
yes,
we
now
are
I can.
covering. What is distributed execution? What is architecture? What is AOS? What is with AOS? What without AOS? And what is the test events and how to trigger the test events? These things we will be covering.
Okay, QTest integration is not covered.
No, not covered.
Okay, then this CI/CD is Jenkins or and
This course
DevOps,
is
because everyone
specifically
is
for functional testing of
that
SAP.
also, right? Okay.
Okay.
Because every JD we can see the common point.
Okay, I'll be taking. Yes.
So this course is entirely end-to-end SAP based, right?
SAP basic, you are still right?
Yeah, is it end-to-end full course is SAP based? So all the examples are from SAP only, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's completely SAP
Okay.
goes
So how many
based.
hours? How many classes?
It's 30 classes. It's up
30 classes.
30 classes.
Per
It may
every
increase.
day 1 hour?
Yes. Every day 1 hour, weekly 5 days. Monday to Friday.
Weekly classes.
Yeah.
Okay. And will you be able to show us we have a tool in TOSCA, right? So it's called, I forgot that name. Okay, maybe I ask the question later.
Sure, sure.
I ask the question later.
Hi, this is Shashikant. Are you covering the interface as well?
Interface means, could you please brief that interface? What you're trying?
Mean third-party tool. SAP connect with the Salesforce or whatever.
No, this course is specifically for SAP applications. Okay, but to understand the SAP applications, I'll be taking some web-based application as well, because I just want you to differentiate how the SAP application work, how the web-based application is work. When it comes to what is web-based application? Whatever the link you are opening in browser, right? Either Chrome, you are opening Red. That I'm going to cover in few sessions to differentiate how the SAP is working, how the web-based thing is working. Okay.
But what about these scenarios? But some data comes from out of box to SAP.
Out of box means, can you give any example?
I mean, like payment files.
Payment file means what type of file? It's Excel file.
XML format.
That actually in the third-party application we are covering Excel in this one.
Okay.
Okay. Other than this, we are not covering.
And are you covering on Fury as well as Esperanto?
No. We are covering the GUI part. Okay. Whatever
Only
I
GUI.
showed you, this is the part we are going to cover.
But can you get the only Fury as well?
Yeah, I will give some examples. Okay. Because I'm going to cover you the web-based application, right? If you know about the web-based applications, you can automate the Fury as well. So Fury is also a part of SAP. that is a web-based one. It is a desktop-based one. SAP GUI is a desktop-based one. But I'm going to cover the how the web application will work. Right. During that time, you can get the idea how the Fiori will work. Also, the concept is completely similar. When it comes to TOSCA concepts, everything is similar. Like when it comes to RTB, how to create a test sheet, how to create and implement a TCD, what is DEX. So everything it's common for web-based and desktop-based applications.
Okay. Yeah, then are you covering this one also? Connect with TOSCA to TOSCA with SAP, TOSCA with web. Are you covering how to connect?
Yeah,
How
that
to
we are
build
going
the
to cover.
connection?
That we have how to implement the connection between SAP and TOSCA. What is the prerequisite for SAP needs to be done before performing the TOSCA. Everything we are going to cover.
Okay.
Fine.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes,
hey.
Vignesh. So sorry, Sharmi. Vignesh raised the hand. Yes, Vignesh, you can go.
Yeah, hi. So a quick question. So two things. The first thing is like you said, like your cover SD. So is there any like options that you will cover like Fiori or some other modules as well, like in the part, or it's just a skeleton, like which we can use it for the other modules as well? As being, I don't have much knowledge towards SAP, so this is my question.
Okay. Actually, Fiori means that is web-based application. Okay, now that is not a model. Okay, GUI is a desktop application. Whatever performing in the desktop application, right? We can perform in the web-based application that we are open in the any browser. We can do the actions. Okay, so when it comes to why we have vast modules in the SAP like SD, MM, FICO, FICA, and a lot more HR module, HCA module, HR, and a lot of modules there. We are taking specifically SD. The reason is when you know how to automate the one application, one end-to-end flow in SAP, you won't face much difficulty to automate the other flows. The reason is the only fields and screens are going to change, and how to approach each and every test case will remain the same. The concept will remain the same. Okay. Also, you are not going to be a standalone automation tester. So before automating, the functional team will be there. They will be testing everything functional aspects. So once the functional is completed, we are going to automate that flow. So the functional team is responsible to make you understand the flow. Also, they will give all the data as in the real time. I just give the some sold to party, shipped to party, sales organization. These type of data will be shared by the functional team. So if you have any doubts in the flow, you can straightly reach out to the functional team. They will guide you for the for any flow related doubts. But in the recommended thing in the market is you even though if you are well versed in the TOSCA automation, but if you are having a basic understanding of what is SAP, so that you can while speaking with the technical tech persons like functional team, SAP functional team, you can speak with them technically, you can understand the technical terms. So that is the reason they are expecting SAP knowledge. Okay, so that we are covering in the initial part of the course.
Okay, so sorry, like as per my understanding, so having SD module as a skeleton, we can automate all the modules based on its desktop or like web-based. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So the second question, see, the time zone, like I could see is like around 11:15 for me here. So I'm just really, if I really want to enroll, I'm really worried about the time constraint. I spoke to one of your management as well, but I'm not getting the proper response. But I'm really impressed with your class. Like, is there any options that it could be changed, something like that? Because I live in Canada, Montreal.
Yeah, you can reach out to the person. I'm sharing the contact number in the chat as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can reach out to her. She will guide you for the timings. Okay. So yeah, also you will be in WhatsApp group, right? You have admin in that WhatsApp group. You can reach out to the admin. Okay. So yeah, they will guide you about the timings.
Okay, so you're gonna give your availability anyway. No, the thing is, I just want to enroll in your course, frankly speaking to you. So I need your timings availability as well, so that we can collaborate.
Sure,
anyway, I'll talk to the person, and
you can talk to the person.
Call,
I will make a note of your name. I will keep the I will keep in at the posting the updates. Okay, I will track with your details.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for your clarification.
Thanks, Manish.
Hi.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what is your experience? What is your experience in TOSCA and SAP?
Yeah, sure. I
area?
will give an intro about me. Okay. Sorry, guys, I just forgot the info. Actually, I'm a TOSCA architect. I have an overall experience of 7 years in TOSCA. Okay. I have automated different enterprise applications like SAP, Salesforce. Okay. And I have performed web accessibility testing using TOSCA, and I have implemented the distributed execution in TOSCA. I performed TCD and TDM implementation in the TOSCA. Okay. So quick intro. I worked in 3 MNCs. Okay. 3 top 4 MNCs in India. Okay, so me. Okay, now
Yeah, that's good. So, will you be able to? Is it possible to show us some live compares in a small demo?
Live compare.
Hmm.
You are asking about a live compare tool, right?
Yeah.
No, we are not. This is specifically for SAP with TOSCA, not for the live compare tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think before
Hey,
Naveen.
Prakash.
Yes, Shami. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can go ahead.
Okay, great. Yeah, just a couple of questions. So you've talked about end-to-end coverage, right? SD is a very specific module within SAP. The end-to-end flows that we are trying to automate, they go across the various modules within SAP. They're still all within SAP, but they integrate with other modules too, right? Inbound integrations with MM and FICO. Do you by any chance cover like a full end-to-end where you're like validating? I mean, I don't know if your course actually develops into API inbound web service testing within TOSCA, automation of that part. But when do you do the full end-to-end of even within SD, right? You have to you create your sales order all the way through invoicing it, and then you're running the fulfillment.
SD is completely integrated with the MM and FI module as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Also when it comes to the integration part, like SAP, because each and every module in SAP is integrated. Okay. You
right.
can't say that this is a standalone module in SAP. Everything is integrated
Correct.
with some other modules, because if you're SD,
exactly,
wherever the cash is involved, FI comes into the picture. Wherever the material is involved, MM will come into the picture. So
exactly.
we are, as an automation tester, we no need to worry about the integration part. The functional consultant team, they need to make sure the integration part. So, but we are automation testers, we will be looking the integration part as a screen. Okay, like this T code will integrate the SD and FI. Okay, we'll be approaching that as a screen. Okay, we are going to automate the screen. Whatever the data we are getting, we are going to automate the screen. Okay.
Correct. So yeah, I understand that part. The only thing is you've been specific about SD, right? So I wasn't sure if you're just talking about creating test cases within SD, or you actually are going to show us a full end-to-end business scenarios, right? Where you're creating sales order and then you're billing and invoicing and you're running settlements. Do your test cases cover those scenarios?
Yeah, we'll cover those scenarios. We'll be covering end-to-end in the SD.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect. The other question I had was, okay, if I might be going on a holiday for a few days, right, during Thanksgiving. What if I miss my classes? Will there be a recording? And then I can reach out to you if I have a question?
Yeah, recording will be definitely available. Okay. For further details, I shared a number in the chat, right? You can reach out to them.
Okay.
They will give the proper information about this details.
All right. Sounds good. Also, can you tell me the start and end date of the course?
Start date will be tomorrow. We'll be starting the classes. Okay. End date depends how
the pace at which we go.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Sounds good. All righty. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prakash. It was a very good session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Hi, Prakash. This is Lakshmi.
Hi, Lakshmi. Sorry, Lakshmi. I need to go with Naveen. Then I will come back to you. Okay?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
no problem.
Hi, Naveen.
Hi, I have only one question.
Yeah.
Whether the SAP instance and the Worksoft both can be given access?
Yes, both TOSCA and SAP, you will get the access. For TOSCA, for SAP, you will get access for 3 months. For TOSCA, you will get access for around 7 to 8 weeks. If you need one more 8 week, we'll definitely give access for another 8 week actually.
Okay, and how we'll get through the remote desktop or something like that?
No, we will be installing the SAP and TOSCA in your machine. So,
okay. Okay.
We'll be configuring.
So it's on our own desktop.
Own desktop, you will be installing. I'll be guiding from end to end how to do the installation, how to configure, and how to do the prerequisite and all. Everything I will be guiding.
Okay, and the SAP what we install is the S4?
No, this is SAP GUI.
Yeah, but it's ECC or S4?
It's ECC.
ECC. Okay, got it.
Yeah, thanks, Naveen.
Yeah,
Akila?
thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Prakash, for the demo. I know the IDs environment only provides basic OTC flows. What I want to ask you is, in the course, do you cover all sorts of SAP objects, like not just editor buttons, like the complex GUI trees where you iterate through the nodes? Are all these also taken care in our 8 to 9 test end-to-end scenarios that you were talking about?
Yes, I'm definitely covering that tree. Okay, when it comes to IDOC and all this there, no? So we need to cover that tree, embedded tree as well. That I'm covering.
Okay. And like other test management tools, when you, let's take the most popular ALM or something, we can do the requirement traceability right from requirements till the test results, right? So in any of your projects, will that be covered where the requirement is part of I know the requirements tab is available, right, in TOSCA. So the requirements are uploaded and then you trace till the results. Is there something like that also covered?
Sorry, actually we are not covering that mapping with the ALM or other test management tool.
No, not ALM. Within TOSCA, you have the requirements module, right? So, yeah. So when I upload the requirement there, can I trace the test case that is connected to it?
That we are covering. That part, like whatever is present inside the TOSCA, that I am covering. That I am covering the requirement part, module, test case, execution, TCD. This 5 part I will be covering in the course. That we can track using the requirement part.
Okay, and when you say project, right, is it also only one complete end-to-end scenario that you're going to give for each person?
No, we are going to debug different scenarios as well. Because if you want an end-to-end scenario, no, that what you were asked previously, the tree structure we won't cover. We'll discuss a few other scenarios, then only the tree structure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, Lakshmi, you can go ahead now.
Hey, are you going to provide the license like cloud-based or it's a single user?
A single user only. Will be installing the TOSCA in your machine and will be giving the access for you.
Okay, and in your classes, you mentioned you are going to cover the SD part, most of the SD part. What about the MM? So, any chance?
Actually, like if we are looking in the perspective of automation testers, irrespective of the like we need to automate that flow. Okay, that flow is given by the functional team. Okay, they will be giving the flow and they will be giving the data and all. So if you specifically aware about how to automate one single module in SAP, you can easily automate other parts as well, because only the screens and fields are going to change. The automation aspect will remain the same.
Okay.
So we're only discussing about the SD part alone.
So it's the same, and even in the MM module also same thing.
Same thing, like field and flows will going to change, but the screen, how to approach the screen, how to create a test case, what is the concept behind the test case, and how to implement the best practices, everything remains the same. Because we are going to discuss in the perspective. We are going to discuss in the perspective of automation testers. We are not going to be discuss the functional testers or functional consultants. The functional consultants and functional testers will definitely they need to have a knowledge about the each and every modules, whatever they are looking for. But when it comes to automation testers, we need to know how the SAP will work, how the any one module, how the work. If you know how the technical aspects of the SAP, you can easily understand the other modules as well. The flow and screens and values will going to differ.
Okay. Okay, and what about the doubt session? Are you going to take the doubts every day or as a weekend or how it will be?
Okay, I will quickly share one details. So this is my class structure. First 10 minutes will be introduction to the class, and if you have any queries in the last class, because I'm giving task and each every day. So I will be covering the whatever the queries you have in the last class, that is test for 10 minutes. For the next 40 minutes, I will be giving I will discussing about the new topic, and last 10 minutes will be the Q&A and task discussion. So each and every day I will be having a Q&A. Also, after completion of 30 to 40% syllabus, I will be having a separate Q&A session for the entire class. So in that one, we are going to discuss in the it's specific to class or in generic, how the TOSCA market, how the SAP market. So these things we are going to discuss. After 30 to 40% of class completed, I will be having one end-to-end Q&A, and each and every classes last 5 to 10 minutes will be the Q&A session. Hope you answered. I answered my
Yeah,
question.
and the last question. So are you planning to, any classes on Fury too?
Fury in this course we are not covering, Lakshmi.
At least one or two, at least the flow, we can understand how we can test at least 2 or 3 classes.
I will make a note, Lakshmi. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I will try to cover in this one. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Prakash. Thank you.
Hi, Prakash.
Hi, Ramesh.
Yeah, I just wanted to understand, do we focus anything related to server side?
You mean to say TOSCA server?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, TOSCA server.
What you are could you please brief that one? Like in TOSCA server means what you are expecting?
No, anything related to the server side, how the maybe it is load testing, something like that. But here we don't have anything related to servers. I mean, do we learn anything related to that?
We are not going to discuss in depth about the server, but I will give the overview about how the test data test data service in TOSCA will work. Okay. So that test data management, test data service will be handling the test scripts in the server only. Okay, that is we are fetching the details, like whatever the data we will be storing for SAP, right? That we are going to automate. That data will be stored in the server. Maybe I will cover a few details in the towards the end of the course. I will cover the server aspect. I will keep a note of this one.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thanks. Yeah. Yes, Naveen, you can go ahead. Sorry, Jayesh, I will come to you. Yes, Naveen, you can go ahead. Okay. Teja?
Is there anything related to the CA, I mean, Jenkins integration and all? And also, is there any flow we are covering as P2P, purchase and purchase to pay?
Sorry, actually, I missed your first question. Sorry, could you please come again?
I mean, is there any topic covered related to the CA integration? I mean, Jenkins integration or using APIs to run the test cases like DEX integration, these parts?
Yeah. No, Deja, we are not covering the integration part here. It's only for the SAP using the TOSCA. Maybe as someone few requests like Fury, maybe in the towards the end of the course, I will cover Fury, overview of the Fury and server. These details I'm going to cover. I'm not going to cover the integration part.
Apart from SD end-to-end flow, is there any flow related to the P2P, I mean, purchase to pay?
Purchase to pay. So we are not covering the purchase to pay. Actually, if you want to know the purchase to pay, you can learn technically. Okay, that is a separate one. Okay, like if you want to automate the P2P, if you are aware about the flow, you can easily automate. Like we are going to discuss about the SD, but you can automate the P2P if you know how to automate the SD applications. Because as I mentioned, I already reiterated. I'm telling you again, like the only screen fields and data is going to change. Okay, approach will remain the same that in perspective of automation testing.
Okay, okay. Which means functionality, if we are aware of, we can automate anything in the application.
Exactly, in the SAP applications. Yes. So no need to, as automation testers, you no need to worry about the functionality. There will be a functional team will be there. They will be solely responsible to guide you the flow.
Okay, got it. Thank you.